Hi, I'm Mark Leffman, Chief Operating Officer of French Quarter Hospitality, and this is Ronnie Benzer, our Chief Executive Officer. We'd like to spend a few minutes talking to you today about our union labor negotiations regarding our New York hotel. Ronnie?
Most hotels in New York are operating with union labor. Indeed, nearly 99% of hotels are. When we opened our Radisson Hotel JFK Airport in New York after substantial renovation in late 1998, we were one of only 2 of the major hotels in that area not to work with union labor. However, it did not take the union long to make an effort to organize us. In early 2001, they started a campaign with our employees to get them organized. We had the choice of fighting or negotiating. We decided to prepare for a fight and at the same time see if we can negotiate. The problem that we were concerned with was that while we could guarantee an operational hotel even if the union declared a strike, the business, which is virtually all airline related, whether it is crew, passengers or airline corporate, would all refuse to cross the picket lines. It would only take the union one person holding a big sign saying, "This is a strike, do not cross the lines," for these type of clients to indeed not cross the line. I'm sure Mark has a lot to say about this period.
With the union recruiters hovering around our building, we started making preparations for a potential employee walkout. We had discussions with a temporary labor company to provide housekeeping employees, and we also talked to a laundry service to handle the linen cleaning. We talked to some restaurateurs about outsourcing our food and beverage, and we talked to some transportation companies about handling our airport pickups. We were concerned, though, that if we had a union problem, that we had serious potential of losing a large part of our business. We had domestic airline crews, government contractors, political activist groups, and the New York Board of Education, all of whom would have left us the minute the picketing started. There is a saying that all publicity is acceptable, whether it be positive or negative. But in a business sense, union picketers would have been all negative. You know, many of our hourly employees didn't really want the union. Many of them are not proficient in English and worry all the time about creating problems for themselves and their families. Because of this attitude, it really shackles management's ability to fight a union takeover and to convince the employees they are better off without the union.
We negotiated with the unions over a period of 4 weeks. It was difficult negotiation, but held in very respectful manner. The unions surprised us with how businesslike they were, nothing like the stereotype of union organizers or union presidents. Very sophisticated and reasonable, as long as you remembered that they are on the other side of the fence. We spent days and nights. We burned much midnight oil. I would start at 4 a.m. or earlier, and when I went to sleep, Mike Kaufman would take over and be ready with all the calculations that we needed by the time I woke up. I would negotiate with the unions during the day and come back with another set of permutations to consider, and so on. We analyzed this thing in many different ways. Finally, we struck a deal with the union which was fair to both sides, significantly better than most New York union deals, reflecting the fact that JFK is not Manhattan, and created a good working relationship with the unions, predicated on mutual respect.
In fact, I believe we learned a lot from our union experience, and I had thought that our competitors who were non-union were taking notes. But one of our major competitors, the Holiday Inn, only 1 block away from us and non-union for many years, was finally targeted. It was really inevitable. They could have gone our route by recognizing the union, continuing to motivate their employees, and negotiating in good faith, but they decided to fight it. They refused to recognize the employee union card count, authorizing the unions to speak for them on their behalf. The Holiday Inn refused to talk to their employees and refused to talk to the union. A picket line was set up, and this created a huge loss of business for them. This created chaos in the hotel and ultimately forced them to file Chapter 11. If you want to see a picket line outside your hotel daily, with the incessant banging of steel drum music for 12 hours a day, and you want to see a 15-foot blow-up rat hung up outside your building, then their method is certainly the correct one. But I'm more inclined to go with ours. It worked, and it continues to work for us.
Well, I guess we are not rats. In spite of the union issue, 9/11, Iraq War, the SARS epidemic, and all other challenges that we face in that market, I'm pleased to report that our hotel in JFK is in great shape physically and economically, and as of April 2005, we are in the process of evaluating a significant additional investment, conversion to a DoubleTree, thus improving the hotel further. Mark and I appreciate your time with us.